Hey, hey, hello. Welcome to our Wednesday where we share words of wisdom. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kalia Patton. I pray that your Wednesday is going well. I pray that all is well with you, your family, your friends, each and every person around you. Now, look, we're gonna go on into our topic for today. Our topic for today is I'm too grown for this. Okay. Many of us that are listening to these lives are mature. We have settled in. We're in the mid ages, and we too grown for certain things. We too grown for the immaturity. We too grown for the pettiness. We too grown for the childlike behavior. We are too grown for this. We're not going to tolerate this kind of foolishness. We too grown for immature relationships when it coming down to whether it's relationships with your family, friends, it can be relationships with significant others. We don't have time for the foolery. We don't have time for the playness of the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Sometimes people just have not discovered themselves. They haven't tapped into themselves yet. They don't know who they are. So they're still wandering. They're still out here trying to discover. They're still out here wading in the waters. They are still testing things. They're still trying stuff out. And they have not arrived yet. And then when you come, those people, when they try to connect with those who are mature, who are grown, okay? They are grown, fully grown. They don't have time for the foolishness. They don't have time to help you play catch up to where they are because it seems like you missed something because you're still searching. You still, like I said, don't know who you are. You still have not identified with who you are. I'm too grown for this. I'm too grown for this conversation. Sometimes it's down to conversations because some people's conversations are so far removed from where you're going. You know, they thinking small, you thinking big. They're thinking elementary, you thinking high school, master's degree, specialist, doctoral. There's no agreement there. There's no commonality there. And so all I'm saying, when you're saying you too grown for this, you too grown to come down to a level that you've already graduated from, that you have already mastered, that you have already gone to the next phase of wherever it is that you're trying to go. You can't be held to a certain standard because other people are there. You may be at a higher standard, and then people are trying to pull you down to their standard. You don't have time for that. Your message is, I'm too grown for this. I'm too grown for this crazy stuff right here. I'm too grown for the childlike behavior, and you're supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to be acting in a mature state, and you arguing and bickering and you whining and complaining and you fussing and you backbiting and you talking about folk and you jealous and hating on folk. That's the stuff that children do. We got a bunch of children in adult bodies. I'm convinced we have a lot of children walking around here in adult bodies. They still have not grown up yet. They have not grown up yet here. They have not grown up yet in the heart area because they have not gone through their experiences, learned from them, and just applied them to their now. You know what I'm saying? They're still immature in some areas where you believe, you think they should have mastered by now. I'm like, why are we still here? Why are you still having this conversation? You should be having adult-like conversations by now. Why are we having these childlike conversations? Why are we still playing merry-go-round? Why are we still playing ring around the rosy? Why are we still playing tag? Why are we doing this? Huh? Why we cannot have the conversations that are the hard conversations? Why can't we not address that? Because you too touchy feely, you too, sensitive, you too babyish, you too childish. You want to go run to mom and run to dad every time something happens. What's wrong with you? I'm too grown for this. We can't have a conversation. You got to go. Well, I'm getting ready to go tell the pastor. You running to your daddy? You still doing that? We can't handle it right here. Because I'm not going to run to another adult when I have an adult right in front of me, and we can handle this woman to woman, woman to man, man to man, whatever the scenario is. Why are you trying to run to the superior? Why are you trying to run to your mom, your dad, your sister? Let me go run to. When you're too grown for things, you don't have time for that foolery stuff. You do not have time for that stuff that children do. Now, the Bible talks about when I became a man. Come on, somebody. When I became a woman, I put away childish things. You heard what I said? I put away the childish things because I became grown. I became mature. You know what I'm saying? So why would I pick back up the childish way that I had when I have already become a woman? I've already, if a man has already become a man or a young man, has already became a man, why would you go back to childlike behavior? And why would you go back? Why would you set yourself back? It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense, but we see it all the time. We see it all the time, how we handle and conduct ourselves. Immaturity at its finest. We've seen it all across the boards. Everywhere you want to go. Any and everywhere you want to go. We have seen immaturity across the board. And these are grown folk that we're talking about. Growner, like I said, growner than me. I'm in my 40s and you got folk 60, 70 years old still acting immature. They have not reached that level yet. What's wrong? What's wrong? We got to find ourselves, examine ourselves, see where we are. You so immature to the point where when someone correct you, you still whine and complain and trying to convince somebody of your wrong, that you right. What's wrong with that? You can't own up to where you were wrong at. You still whining and complaining about what somebody did to you, but then you can never admit when you were wrong. You can never admit the truth. Something wrong with that. I am too grown for this right here. I'm not gonna sit here and entertain this. I'm gonna walk away. If you can argue with yourself, you can talk to yourself, you can do, but I don't have time for that immaturity. And we both are supposed to be grown. We both look like adults. But clearly there's an issue when you come to me with childlike situations, childlike scenarios, childlike conversations, childlike stuff, petty stuff. I don't have time for it because I'm too grown. I'm too grown. As you can see, I'm busy. I got family. I got children. I got things that I have going for myself. I have a job. I have a life that is not revolved around playfulness. You think I got time to be playing with a grown person? Being immature, making reckless decisions, having reckless behavior, still hadn't grown up, still wet behind the ears. You know what I'm saying? I am too grown for this. Now, there are places where people can go to get the help they need, to help them to grow up, mature. It might need to be a counselor. It may need to be someone. It may need to be your mom or dad. I mean, if you at that place, you know what I'm saying? Because, hey, Like I said, it's serious because I've seen it so many times. I've seen so much, and I'm like, okay, some people are having struggles with their personality. They're having struggles with who they are as an individual. They're having identity crisis and they're projecting to be something that they're not. These image problems. When you're comfortable in your skin and you know who you are, you're just who you are. You are real. You are authentic. You are an original. You cannot be duplicated. And you don't have time to try to mimic or copy anybody else because you're genuinely you. You're authentically you. That's what makes you so special. People don't want to be special. They just want to be like everybody else. They want to be compared. They don't want to be special. They want to be compared. Oh, you just like such and such so-and-so. Oh, you sound just like so-and-so. You sing just like so-and-so. So-and-so. Boy, oh, you cook just like so-and-so. I'm just throwing out examples. But people are so afraid to be who they are. They haven't reached that level of maturity yet. They don't understand who they are. They don't know that when they start walking in their identity, how powerful they will be. How much more powerful they would become if they just walk in their true identity. What are you afraid of? You're afraid for the challenge. You're afraid to step into that area. You're afraid. Sometimes I gotta ask those questions. Why am I still just being so playful and childish about certain things, especially when it comes down to mature conversations, mature decision-making skills, maturity as a whole to make me who I am as a whole well-rounded individual. Why am I so afraid to step into that? You got to get to the point where, look, I got to put this stuff away just like the Bible talks about. So when I became, okay? So you see yourself in the mirror, you have become. Now you got to what? Put that childish stuff away because you're grown now. And it makes perfect sense because Bible's not wrong. It makes perfect sense. If you are grown, then you walk in that maturity. You walk in your grownness, okay? And that childish stuff has to what? Go away. You got to put that stuff away. Put this out. Put it away. It's no longer needed because you what? You grown now. It's no longer needed. So this is our Wednesday for today. You all take it, apply it to your life. I pray that it was something that I said that has encouraged you and inspired you. All right now. We talking about what? Walking in that grownness. I'm too grown for this. This right here. I'm too grown for this. I'm too grown for that. I'm too grown. All right? I love y'all. Take care. God bless you. We'll see you again for another Wild Wednesday. Bye-bye now.